From idea to $8 billion valuation, the story of Bolt and its founder, Marcus Willig. Marcus Willig is a young self-made billionaire who founded Bolt, the fastest-growing transportation company in Europe and Africa. With over 100 million customers in 45 countries and a recent valuation of over $8 billion, Bolt is quickly becoming a major player in the transportation industry. Marcus was born in Estonia, a small country not known for producing many billionaires. However, in 2003, a group of Estonian engineers launched Skype, the first free and easy-to-use international voice calling software. Marcus's older brother worked for the company, inspiring him to break into tech startups. He began attending hackathons and surrounding himself with world-class entrepreneurs, learning valuable skills about building and shipping software products. In the spring of 2013, Marcus started Bolt, a taxi ordering app. His decision was not based on a light bulb moment, but rather on several events that gave him the confidence to pursue his idea. He evaluated different industries and noticed the potential in transportation. He also recognized the future trend of mobile apps and was inspired by a web-based taxi ordering system his brother used while on a business trip. Lastly, he knew there was a problem with the local taxi industry in Estonia and saw an opportunity to improve it. Bolt's early days were not without their challenges, but Marcus persevered and built a successful company. His story serves as a lesson for future founders that success is not always straightforward, but with determination and hard work, anything is possible. Marcus had a difficult time getting a ride home, and even when he did manage to get a taxi, the drivers were often rude. These experiences led Marcus to believe that there was a way to improve things with technology. He came up with the idea for an app that would allow users to see every taxi in a city and order a ride with just a few taps. In Estonia, the taxi market is not as heavily regulated as in other places, so taxi prices were not the main problem for consumers. This allowed Marcus to work with local taxi companies instead of against them. Despite limited resources, Marcus was determined to build the best taxi app for Estonia. He focused on mastering the 3 essential things required to launch a transportation network: finding riders, finding drivers, and building the app. He used his school email list to send out a survey and got over 600 people to respond. Most people agreed that existing taxi services were not satisfactory and joined the wait list to be notified when Bolt launched. Signing up drivers was harder. Every day after school, Marcus would go visit taxi ranks and try to convince drivers to sign up. Getting them to say yes was extremely difficult as most of them were resistant to any technological change. Marcus persisted, and after months of speaking to almost every taxi driver in Estonia, he succeeded in signing up the first 50 drivers. The third piece of the puzzle was technology. Marcus followed the lean startup playbook and signed up the riders and drivers before committing to building the app. He borrowed 5,000 euros from his parents to hire a freelance developer. This was a significant investment as the average salary in Estonia at the time was only around 700 euros. When the app was finally completed, it barely worked. Marcus spent sleepless nights trying to fix it himself, but he couldn't wait forever. He launched Bolt's service in Tallinn, Estonia in August of 2013. The start of Bolt was slow and bumpy with only 20 rides a day at first. Bolt had no marketing budget, so Marcus cold called journalists to get the word out about the company. To save money, Marcus had his girlfriend design the company's logo. A few months after launch, his older brother Martin joined as a co-founder. Despite their limited resources, the brothers were determined to build the best taxi app for Estonia. At just 20 years old, Martin started a tech company in Thailand that went public on the local stock exchange. However, the dot-com bubble caused the company to go bankrupt in just a couple of years. Fast forward to 2013. Martin and his brother founded Bolt, but the initial prototype was poorly developed and in need of technical assistance. Instead of posting a job on LinkedIn, Martin posted an ad on an obscure PHP software developer forum and received only one response from Oliver, an engineer in Estonia. Despite Oliver's limited experience, Martin recognized his potential and made him a co-founder. Together, they built a working version of the app, and despite having no money and operating on a shoestring budget, Bolt became the local market leader with 50,000 rides per month and generating 7,000 euros per month in revenue from taxi companies. When Martin tried to raise money for international expansion, venture capitalists turned him down because they believed Uber would dominate the market. Instead of giving up, Martin kept Bolt afloat with small funding rounds from local and unknown investors. He also focused on expanding into obscure markets like Africa, where unemployment and poor public transportation created strong demand for ride-sharing. In Africa, Bolt focused on motorcycles, offered locally popular payment methods, and partnered with local financing companies to help drivers get cars. Today, Bolt is one of the biggest ride-sharing companies in Africa, and Daimler, the parent company of Mercedes-Benz, invested $150 million in the company in 2018. Daimler's investment in Bolt shows that the future of transportation is changing, and car ownership and driving may become more difficult in the future due to traffic congestion and pollution. Martin's success with Bolt shows that even against bigger competitors, entrepreneurs should not be afraid to take risks and capitalize on opportunities in obscure markets. Daimler is facing a major risk to their business due to increasing fuel taxes, the introduction of low-emission zones, and promoting public transport. In response, they have invested in these areas as a hedge. Although self-driving cars have been touted as a solution to congestion and pollution, Bolt's chief product officer, Marcus, does not believe that the technology will be ready anytime soon. Instead, Bolt is focusing on what works today, which includes public transportation, micro-mobility, such as bicycles and electric scooters, and shared cars. Bolt has already entered the micro-mobility space, becoming the largest company of its kind in Europe with 130,000 scooters and an additional 230,000 to be added this year. Bolt also launched Bolt Drive, a short-term car rental service that allows users to rent a car with fuel, insurance, and parking included for as low as 12 cents per minute. Although car sharing is Bolt's most capital-intensive business, Marcus believes that it has merit and plans to expand Bolt Drive into 9 European cities this year. With transportation being a massive industry globally, Bolt aims to become one of the largest technology companies in Europe. Marcus believes that Bolt and Amazon share a similar strategy of entering new industries and finding ways to make them significantly more efficient with technology. Today, Bolt is transforming transportation as we know it, but it all started with a young man who had trouble getting a taxi ride home. Marcus Willig's story serves as a lesson for future founders that success is not always straightforward, but with determination and hard work, anything is possible. Thanks for watching the video.